We are here with Brandon McDowell, the Superintendent of Schools for Coleman ISD. Mr. McDowell, if you will, explain the back-to-school process as we know it today.
We've met today. The plan is we're still going to start school on August 19th, just as planned. There will be a couple of different options that we'll kind of cover today. Number one is going to be coming back to school regular, to where our kids are going to class or they're going through the processes of a daily school day. We are currently working on our protocols and back to school plan, with safety being emphasized in that, and we'll release that here in a few days. We're trying to make sure that it's something that's accurate and something that if we need to make changes that we can do that. But what we don't want to do is send something out that's not accurate at this time. So the plan is the 19th. We will offer, if the parents choose to keep their students at home, we'll have an online version of education. And how that's going to look, we want to kind of clarify that for parents because it's going to look a lot different than what it looked like in the spring. TEA's kind of released some things. We will take daily attendance. It will be to where the kid has kind of a everyday schedule. They're going to have assignments daily, and we've got to show that they've gone through that process and they've mastered what the teacher's trying to accomplish that day. So, the kid will have kind of a schedule from 8 to 3:30, just like any other student if they were in the building. So, kind of want to clarify that for parents. So it's going to be one of those to where the kid's going to have a plan every day. It's not going to be we can do everything in one day, and it's not going to be just a packet-based learning. Teachers will be available throughout the day at different times to help kind of make sure that the kid's getting what they need, providing some support there through an online basis of that. One of the requirements that we will have is that once a parent chooses to keep the kid at home, that it's going to be at a 6-week grading period at a time, and that'll just allow us to have a plan, for the kid and a long-term plan. And it's not something that we're changing pretty regularly. If a kid's quarantined, if a kid's sick or is diagnosed with COVID-19, there will be some things in place for online learning during that time as well. But the 90% rule is something that TEA has stressed on attendance. Like I said, attendance will be taken daily, and those kids are going to be required to be there 90% of the time. We will be funded on their attendance, and the TEKS will be, we will be required to master the TEKS for the kid to get credit for that course or grade level. So it's going to be much like they are in the classroom. One of the questions is if they're at home and choose at-home learning, are they going to be able to participate in extracurricular, and they will not be able to participate in that time frame that they're at home learning. Our goal is to keep things as safe as possible, and if you don't feel comfortable sending the kid to school, we respect that, and we want to do everything we can to protect that environment. We feel like the extracurricular, it kind of gets us in a situation where it's a little more difficult to control, and so it's something we've chosen as a district, and most of the districts in our area has chosen to do, and so that's one of the areas we're at. Transportation is a question I've got a lot of questions about. We will run bus routes. We will not be running the paid in-town routes like we typically do, just due to the number of kids we can put on a bus. We're going to have to utilize some of those buses for our other routes. If we can bring that back in the future, we will. But right now, the guidelines, there's just no way to put that many kids on a bus under those circumstances. So that's something that we hate to do, but that's where we're at this point in time. UIL did release today with their football and volleyball, marching band, and all those. The plan is 2 days to still start August 3rd for football and volleyball. Do have some questions on band, on how they released it. We've submitted those to UIL and hope that we'll get a response. And as soon as we get that, we'll get that information out. It was a little confusing on how they worded some of that, but you will see reports that 4 and 5A have moved their dates back in September. But for us in Coleman as a 2A school, we'll start still August 3rd on those dates. We'll send more information out as we get along. And we'll get more information there.
Okay, anything else? I'm sure the plan is still being worked on, so we'll have updates as we go along.
We will, and like I said, our goal is to finish our safety plan. Hopefully in the next day or two we'll get that out, and then we will send out a online registration probably at the end of the week or first of next week for each campus. Kids that are planning on staying at home, we need them to go ahead and fill that out and send it to the campuses. And then the first week of probably August 3rd, we'll make contact, have those parents come up. We'll try to get them a schedule assigned, get them a laptop and a hotspot if they need it, and make sure that we're ready to go on August 19th with those students as well.